And shout out to my guy, Mr. Poole, for giving me this information. Like I said, I've been in transit most of the day because of the power outage situation. And coming out at 10:49, so we're talking about 41 minutes ago, turns out from Jeremy Fowler that the Detroit Lions are planning to extend defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn to a contract extension per source. Not done yet, but should be done soon. Glenn, who was interviewed for Arizona and Indianapolis head coaching jobs this cycle, is set to be extended for multiple years. I'm kind of on the fence about this. Aaron Glenn had the most horrific defense in the NFL for the first half of the season. We were not only predicted by ESPN to have the worst defense of the NFL, but it be a historically bad defense. I will never forget this number of 599 points the Lions were slated to give up. And it was trending historically bad in the middle of the season. We all know what happened. We lost in early November to, no, it was late October. We lost to the Miami Dolphins. And then the very next day, defensive back coach Aubrey Pleasant was fired. Aaron Glenn begins to turn this team around. From that point, we wind up having, I want to say, a top 10 defense. The defense played very well. We were like first in takeaways. It was a lot of stats that we had that seemed preposterous to think that we would even have that in the after the first half of the season. But where I still think to some extent that Aubrey Pleasant was the scapegoat. He was the person, he was the spark that was needed to let the Detroit Lions team know that no one is safe. After that, the defensive players had a players only meeting, a defensive players only meeting, and from that point on, turned the team around. Had a bunch of interceptions, bunch of turnovers, ended the season pretty strong. But I had to believe that if Aaron Glenn started the season the same way he started last season, that his job would have to be up for question. Everyone knew he wasn't going to get hired during this head coaching cycle. How would you hire a man with a defense that was ranked last for most of the season? Our defense ended the season ranked 29th after the horrific start we have. But it looks like that Glenn, although the deal is not done yet, is set to be extended for multiple years, which means that your defensive coordinator for the foreseeable future is Aaron Glenn. And like I said to start this video, I'm kind of on the fence about this because if we have first half of last season Aaron Glenn, this was a bad idea. If we have second half of last season Aaron Glenn, then this was brilliant. But which one are you going to get? Are you going to get Dr. Jekyll or Mr. Hyde? Which Aaron Glenn defense are you going to get? I will say this. We have 5 picks in the first 3 rounds. I want to say we have 5 picks in the first 65 players. We have salary cap space that we can work with. Bobby Wagner is available. Levante David is a free agent. Will there be a trade for Jalen Ramsey? Jesse Bates might not be franchise tagged. Deron Payne, as of yet, has not been franchise tagged. So the Detroit Lions are going to make some moves. I think that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell are going to put Aaron Glenn in the same position they put in Jared Goff. They told Jared Goff, we're going to give you your guys. We're going to give you a chance to pretty much prove yourself. I have to assume that the Detroit Lions are doing the same thing with Aaron Glenn because we are going to clean up on defense. Our offense was ranked 5th at the end of the season. It was first for the first half, for the first quarter of the season until we got shut out against the New England Patriots, and then we scored 6 against Dallas the following week. So for me, the offense is fine. Here, a guard there, a receiver here, maybe a tight end in free agency. But the defense is what needs the most work. And we are going to spend most of our free agent money and most of our draft capital on defense. And this is going to be Aaron Glenn's chance to prove himself. He's going to have an opportunity because just like Matt Patricia told me before he got fired, he had his guys. This is going to be Aaron Glenn's opportunities. He is going to have his guys. We're going to get a plethora of defensive players not only in the draft, but we're going to sign some free agents as well. So I'm all about giving people the opportunity to succeed. And it looks like that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes are going to do just that for Aaron Glenn, the guy that went from literally, I don't know how he kept his job, to getting extended I'm gonna trust this. I'm gonna trust this. I'm going to trust this. But let me know, how do you feel? Like I said, if Aaron Glenn can finish the season or start the season and complete a season like he finished this or last season, then hey, that's what's up. And I think that he'll have no reason not to do that with the amount of defense that we're about to get in the draft and free agency. So let me know in the comments below. How do you feel that the Detroit Lions, per source, are slated to extend defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn? Let me know in the comments below. I usually don't do this, but today was a very unique day in news and just in general. So hopefully you don't mind the consecutive videos. I usually post one a day, but why not, right? You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself. You already know who it is. My name is Derek. This is Detroit Lions Syndicate. Subscribe to the channel because we are going to be giving you more Detroit Lions news and rumors as we approach free agency, and you don't want to miss it. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself. And as always, go Lions.